Yeah, hello guys, you're welcome back again today to this my art and craft channel. It's a channel where I do art and I do also craft. I make various things because personally I believe that art is everywhere. Art is everywhere, and this world was made in an artistic way. And I always say that God is the greatest artist. So in that way, I decided to make this YouTube channel where I can show my skill, and also if you're out there and you're interested, you want to learn drawing, you want to learn how to make things in wood, you want to learn how to make different kind of crafts, just stick to this channel. So here I'm working on a picture of a woman and a child, a mother and a child. I'm trying to draw. I've been drawing it now for a client, so I'm just going to demonstrate how the background is supposed to be shaded. One thing is that when we are doing a drawing in pen like this, everything must be in pen. Even if you're drawing a colored picture but you decide to use a pen, the picture will remain all in pen. The background will be in pen. The background is normally lighter than the picture itself, depending on your reference photo. So I'm drawing this for a client and just trying to work on the background now, and then I'll do the finishing. So you can see how I did it. I used pen, and the technique I used in shading is this technique called hatching. I used hatching, using lines, single lines. Hatching, we have cross hatching and also hatching. We have very many styles of shading in pen. So I've used hatching. So this is how I came up with this picture: the child and the mother, they are all in pen. So stick with me as I work on the background, shading the background. The background must appear to be lighter, and don't shade too much. And also another thing, when you're shading in pen, make sure you are always cleaning your pen, because sometimes the pen begins to pour ink on paper, so it will ruin your drawing. So when you're drawing, make sure you always clean the tip of the pen like that. So I'm working on the background, slowly. So for the background, I've used cross hatching technique of shading. That's the shading I've used for the background, but I make sure I don't shade too much. I give it a light shade, and I follow my reference. Where there's darkness, I apply darkness. Where there's light, I leave it light. That's the rule. In art, we draw what we see. What you see is what you draw. So you make sure you observe clearly what you're drawing, so that you don't make mistake. So that you don't make mistake. As you can see, I'm trying to shade the background. Giving it a light shade. And I'm using cross-hatching shading technique. So in this channel I'll be doing pen drawing in pen. Also I'll be doing drawing in pencil, that is charcoal pencil, graphite pencil, and all others. I'll also be doing painting using paint. So this is a channel that covers all anything to do with art. I'll be trying to do in this channel. If you're out there interested, you can learn from me. Many things I'll be doing. Things to do with craft. This is art and craft. And I want you to know that in this world, anything is a material for art. Anything can be art material. Stones can be used for art. Anything can make art. And everything in this world is art. Trees are art. God made them. Buildings, art. Everything is art. And don't forget the fact that God is the greatest artist ever. So do your shading like this background. Make sure it's not competing with the drawing itself. The drawing is darker, the background will be lighter. The background is darker, the drawing will be lighter. That's how it works. So it takes time. Art requires a lot of patience. If you're not patient, you cannot do art. You have to be patient. This drawing has taken me time, and now I understand why art can be really expensive. So when you come to buy a piece of art from an artist, please, whatever price he will tell you, go with that. Because art takes a lot of time, takes a lot of patience, and the materials are also not cheap. So please let us appreciate art the way it is. Support artists. When you're buying from them, don't think that you are wasting your money. What artists are doing is good stuff. Good things only. Art is so interesting. So now I'm cross-hatching now. Trying to blend, cross-hatching, filling up the spaces. And please, when you're drawing, you don't hold your pen so close like this. You hold it like this when you're writing, but when you're drawing, you hold it from a distance. You make sure your fingers are not towards the end of the pen. This way you'll find drawing easy. It gives you a good you'll be using it well. So So don't hold the pen so close to the tip. And when you're shading, please don't use a lot of force on the paper. You have to shade gently. That's what I say, that art requires a lot of patience. Sometimes you are drawing and you want to finish very fast. In that way, you might not draw something that will be catchy. You have to give it time. Don't press pen on paper. Just shade layer by layer, layer by layer, layer after layer. And one thing I've discovered about art, it is hard to conclude that you're finished. The more you draw the picture, the more you see that you need to add on more. You need to draw more, you need to shade more, you need to make it look better. So that is art, that is what it is. So when you're shading, you shade like this. Don't press pen on paper, and make sure you clean up the tip of the pen such that ink won't pour. When you're drawing, it will ruin everything. That is one thing with ink. Since the ink doesn't have a rubber of itself. Maybe it's there, but I don't think it's easy to get a rubber that can rub the ink in case you make a mistake. So that's why you need to be very careful when you are shading in pen. Be very careful. Don't allow your ink to drop, to pour, to begin to pour on your drawing. Will ruin the drawing. Okay. So I'm working on the background. It takes time. Just patience. You do it slowly and well. The Bible says, whatever your hands find to do, do it very, very well. That will, if you do it very well, it will take care of you. I remember years back when I was practicing piano, learning piano, my teacher said, my mentor told me that when you learn piano very well, as in he said, when you take care of the piano very well, it will take care of you. Meaning that when you practice well, you work hard, you practice your piano, you become good at what you do. It will pay you one day. It will pay you. You can't go without food because you're good at your piano, and people will pay you. It will take care of you in the future. So I think that principle works for everything to do with work. When you're doing something, make sure you do it very well. It might not be piano necessarily, it might not be drawing, it might be something else. So whatever your hands find to do it very, very well. With all your heart. So that's a principle I'm trying to follow, and I'm trying to make sure I become so good at that principle. Trying to make sure whatever I do, I put my heart there. And whatever you do in life, make sure you love it first. When you do it with love and you love what you do, it will also come out well. So if I don't love drawing, it will bore me, and I'll just say, I'm not continue with it. But since I love art, I can draw. Even if it's getting to night, I'll still be drawing because I love what I do. And I want it to be okay. I want it to come out well. I want it to come out unique. I want it to be satisfying to the viewers, those who will view, those who will comment. I want it to be okay. So that is it about whatever we do in life. We have to do it very, very well. For King Saul said, provide me a player who plays well, who knows how to play, who is great at playing. It was none other than King David. David was in the bush, was taking care of his father's flock, but he was so good at the harp. Because he was good, the servant who was serving King Saul said, I know a son of Jesse. So that shows that servant had him one day playing. So in the same way, whenever you do something well, someone is watching. You never know who is watching. One day the person who is watching will recommend you somewhere. So that's why I decided to follow that principle that says whatever your hands finds to do it very well, very, very well with all your heart. So that's what I'm trying to do, and I'm still learning that principle, still trying to adapt it, and I'm still trying and praying to God to help me to apply that principle in everything I do, not just for money, but I want it to be my way of doing things. Whatever I do, whether singing, whether playing instrument, whether drawing, I want to do it very, 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 very well. Whatever I don't know how to do well, I will practice, I will learn it, I will give it time, I will be patient. That's what David also did. That's what David did. So you do the same. Yeah, as you can see, I'm still trying to blend the background using cross hatching, but I'm giving it a light shade, should be lighter, because as you see, according to my reference from this side is darker and it comes fading, and this side gets lighter. That's how it is. Yeah, so keep watching as I continue drawing